Hook imagines sitting in traffic, just another normal day, and then suddenly, everything collapses. People start running, screaming, and within seconds, they turn into something else. Not sick, not human, but something far worse. This is the day the world ended. Jerry Lane, a former United Nations investigator, is stuck in traffic with his family when suddenly, the city explodes into chaos, cars crash, police panic, and people begin attacking each other violently. At first, it makes no sense. But then, Jerry sees it happen. A single bite, and in just 12 seconds, a human becomes infected. Fast, aggressive, unstoppable. The infection spreads like wildfire. Within minutes, the entire city collapses. Helicopters crash from the sky, buildings burn, streets fill with chaos. Jerry does everything he can to get his family out alive. They barely escape. But the nightmare is only beginning. The world is falling apart. Governments are failing, militaries are overwhelmed, and no one knows where this started. Jerry is offered a deal, help find the origin of the virus, or his family loses protection, so he agrees and leaves them behind. His first stop, South Korea, a military base, barely holding together. There, he learned something disturbing. The infection may have started with just one person, a single patient, and now it's everywhere. Suddenly, the infected attack the base, fast, violent, relentless. Jerry barely escapes again. Israel, the horror. Next, Israel, a country that somehow saw it coming and built massive walls to stay safe. For a moment, it feels like hope still exists. But then, everything goes wrong. The noise attracts them. Thousands, no, millions of infected, moving together like a single organism. They begin climbing over each other, forming a living mountain of bodies. Slowly, they reach the top of the wall, and then they fall inside. The city is overrun in minutes. People run for their lives, but there's nowhere to hide. The infected don't stop. They don't get tired. They don't think. They just hunt. Jerry escapes again, but now he realizes something important. The discovery. There's a pattern. The infected ignore certain people, not randomly, but specifically, the weak, the sick, the dying, to the virus. They are invisible. Final plan. Jerry comes up with a dangerous idea. If he can make himself appear invisible, he can move freely among them. But to do that, he must infect himself with a deadly disease. No guarantee, no second chance. Climax inside a lab, surrounded by infected, Jerry injects himself. Then, he waits. Seconds feel like hours. One mistake, and it's over. Finally. He steps out. An infected walks right past him. Then another, and another. They don't see him. Ending it worked. Humanity finally has a weapon. Not a cure, but camouflage. A way to survive in a world that has already fallen. Outro. This was just the beginning. Because in a world like this, survival is never guaranteed. Subscribe for more stories like this.